Liverpool v. everybody. Yeah, I need to come back and talk about this game. I need to come back and talk about this game. I feel like it's been a while since I've done this. Usually coming on with the boys, but it's kind of late in the time difference. I don't really want to disturb those dudes. But a lot to talk about this game. I've had time to really just kind of sit with my thoughts about it. Obviously, very positive after the game, as you would be any game that you win, or get 3 points or advance or whatever the case may be. So, and I'm still pretty much on that same wavelength. What I want to start with is that the beautiful thing about being supporters is that, well, there's a lot of things, but one of the things I like the most is that we all have different opinions, right? And so I just want to preface what I'm getting ready to say with that. I don't knock anyone for their opinion. I do have issues with some people's opinions, and I disagree with them, and so I voice it that way. But I never mean to come off like my opinion is better or yours is stupid or whatever. But for the people who are heavily disappointed with certain players or how we played, and it kind of, I don't know, kind of washes out the positives. Listen, we've been spoiled. Let's just be real, and it's still hard to imagine that what this team is doing, day in, day out, game in, game out. We had about, let's go through the changes we had. I'm going to list guys who didn't start, didn't play at all, or out injured. Van Dijk, Trent, Lovren, Matip, Genie, Fab, Mane, Firmino. Is that 8? Let me know if I got something wrong in the comment section, if it's less, if it's more. Take any team in Europe. Just name a few teams. City with 7 to 8 players out. How are they going to look? Barca. I mean, I don't even know who, because I don't really see any team in Europe on our level, really. On any given day, sure. But in general, what we're doing this season, 8 changes, 7, 8 changes, that's a lot. So, you got a guy who's never played center back in his life, probably, in Henderson, in a big game. So you can expect some disjointed situations, whatever, and still within that, we still made chances. You know what I mean? And for me, it would have been a bigger issue or something to maybe be concerned about if we weren't creating chances, but we still were creating chances. And you got to remember, man, guys, shout out to LFC Day Trippers. Great content via podcast or YouTube. Grizz, Gav, some of the other guys that come on there. Probably one of my favorites right now. Just the consistency, shows every night, in depth. Anyway, one thing Grizz on that channel was saying was that you got to remember this team is playing for their life. You know what I mean? They've been waiting for this game. You got a Hispanic ref. Not to say he was. We'll get to the ref in a minute, but that's the kind of game they wanted. Physical, go for it all. They played their game and they did what they had to do. And for a lot of the times in the game, the ref kind of went with that style of play. And they got some things. And listen, I'm not trying to make it about the refs at all, but you got to talk about the whole game, and they're part of the game. Thankfully, we won the game, so it doesn't feel like I'm being salty about it. But there's a lot of changes. We did what we had to do, and as soon as we got those guys on, Trent, Mane, Firmino, you saw things change. I spoke about it before after the game initially, or maybe I did it at halftime. Either way, Origi has to be centrally, and I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this segment of it, but he needs to play centrally. That's kind of all I have to say about that. I mean, again, obviously he's done things for us from the wing, a plethora of things, but I just think centrally is where you're going to get the best from him. Have Shaqiri on one side, you start at Shaqiri, have Salah on one side, and go like that. So, but yeah, I just thought overall we did enough to win. And again, Ramses, Allison, Ramses, Becker stepped up. He was big. And when you have your general out, Van Dijk, you get to looking around and thinking, damn, you got a guy who's never played center back next to Gomez, who's been good lately. Didn't have a great game today, but, okay. Milner on one side, Robinson, okay. But that's kind of a depleted defense. But then you look behind you, you see the rock you have in between them sticks. You need that. When your main general goes down and you're 1A, because that's what I'm gonna call it now. That rock in the goal That's what you need. I mean, I'm not going to put down Karius and Mignolet necessarily, but imagine those two guys. And I'll just say I wouldn't be as confident. I don't know. He made some big stops. Just his decision making, his intellect of the game, of that position, but just as a football player in general, just really impressed with that performance. Really, really impressed with the performance from Allison. And again, he saved our behinds. And that's what it's about. It's a team. You know, when certain things aren't going right, you need that someone, whether it be Mane on the offensive end or Salah, we'll get to Salah in a second too, or whoever it is, you need someone to step up. And that's, you know, Salah today, look, there were some moments, Salah, I'll just say this, Salah's getting much, I don't want to say better, but he's getting back into his groove. I'll say that because, you know, I've been questioning him for some time now. Obviously not of late because he's been getting the goals and just playing really, really good under really crazy circumstances in Qatar. Obviously, you got to believe the Salah following, the Salah craze is you know, at another level out there. And again, Sanchez, I can't remember the other guy's name, but the defense, they were physical with him all game. And yes, sometimes he has a heavy touch. Can I speak? Let me get a drink of water. He has a heavy touch. Origi displays some of that as well. The best of them do it. They're so fast. Everything is happening so fast. Those things can happen, and it's frustrating when you see it. But the thing you like about Salah today is that he just kept going. He didn't fold. He didn't crumble. He didn't fall to that physical. I don't want to say abuse because that would make just the physical play that this team had. You know, and the one time where you thought he might lose it, and I don't know how he keeps the ball that close to him, with defenders right all over him, but somehow he did it. And maybe we thought it was a busted play, but you can see Trent is literally screaming out for the ball, give me the rock. And everything Trent does as far as crosses, for the most part, sometimes I'm thinking, what the hell is Trent thinking today? But most of that stuff everything is by design, everything is on purpose. The vision at that age, the vision to know him and Firmino, the link, cut now. Firmino cuts, boom. Defender there was nothing they could do. I mean, just a well-worked goal and something like that seems so simple. Yes, how he scored it was simple, but the working of that is just, when you're crazy about football, you love that kind of stuff that happens in the game. So, no, big shout out to Salah, and I believe Salah got the assist for Naby. Segue to Naby. Salah deserves more time, honestly. He really does, but I'm going to just go for the sake of camera time and when it's going to cut off. Naby was tremendous, and this is when we need Naby. The thing about, I won't say the only thing I don't trust about Liverpool, because I think it's a good tactic to a degree what Klopp does. But when it comes to injuries and illnesses and stuff, you just never know. You never know. Klopp doesn't give anything away. So you're kind of going on guesswork, maybe seeing what the know-it-alls on Twitter have to say, and the know people, ITKs. But you just don't know. And so with Genie and Fab out, though, I don't know how much longer Genie's going to be out. Them hammies, man. I don't know how. I mean, it's a good thing that we kind of have a bit of a break before Premier League action again, Boxing Day. But I don't know. So when you have a guy like Naby stepping up like this, Ox is showing some things too, and I think he could be. Again, I just not having that many players and being able to still stay in that game and pull it out. You know, by hook or by crook, just pull it out. It's just incredible. And Liverpool were really testing Monterrey's fitness. They really were. And when you saw them getting cramp and the ham, it looked like it happened to anybody. But when you saw that happening, I was on my bike literally going like this as I'm listening to the game, because some of the moments in the game I couldn't really see. I'm riding my bike. As I'm riding, I'm doing this, and in my mind thinking, it's coming. It's time. Let's make it happen. Let's get the G, get out of here, get a couple of days of rest, and get ready for this Brazilian squad, man. So, you know, you knew they were going to test them, and they did it, and you know, we made it happen. We made it happen, and I'm just incredibly proud. I can't even fix myself to even talk about any particular bad performances, whatever. Look, it's a team that is. Listen, and it's not even an excuse. It's just this felt like an FA Cup game because of the team, you know. And again, that's not even a knock on the team. I'm just proud that we're able to. Yeah, we didn't take all our chances. Naby probably could have had a hat trick, if not more. Um, but we still were getting there. And in a team that doesn't play together every game, especially in particular areas of the park, we're not going to just smash every team, no matter what the name of it. Look, this Monterrey team is good. And no matter what the name says on their back or the uniform colors or what country they're from, in these kind of competitions, it's going to be tight. That's what it looks like to me. The game yesterday between the two teams, it was pretty tight until it wasn't, but that was late on. And then the third goal is like, okay. But before it became 2-1, that was a tight game. And they proved to be too much for the other side. But, it's just, Naby, man, it's just incredible. And it's just, he's playing like he feels like, and it's hard to even say he let himself down because injuries are injuries. You can't really, I don't know. And I don't know if some of that was him just still trying to get through the growing pains. I don't know. The teething stage in his career at Liverpool, but it doesn't matter none of that matters. The fact that he's playing at a level he's playing at right now, it's just really key. It's just really key. And again, you just need guys. We needed one of them to take their many chances. And he took one of his early ones, if not his first one. And so that kept us good for a while. They got their goal back, and, we just kept fighting. But I knew when they got their goal back and just watching the moments that I saw, it was going to be a dogfight. And a lot of games we're going to have like that. We should know that by now. But again, the saving grace, the reassuring fact and truth of the matter, end of the story, is that we keep getting wins. And that's just what you got to expect going into every game with Liverpool now. You have to expect, especially big games now. Big game mentality now is there. And I'm so glad we didn't go to the extra time. One, because we didn't need it. Two, because in those circumstances, and you just don't know. You just don't know. It's a penalty shootout. It would have been harsh to go out that way. I thought we'd get it in regular time, but if not extra time, I thought we'd definitely get it. But you just never know. The game going on that long, you just never know. And Klopp wouldn't have wanted to run those dudes into the ground. So it's just good to see Klopp coming into a post-match press conference and he's speaking to everyone and he's happy. And, he must, he's showing why he extended that contract. He's not done with these dudes. This is just the tip of the iceberg for us. And it's going to be a tough game Saturday. Saturday, yeah. Because I think the Leicester City game is on too. I'm gonna wrap it up soon, but just proud, man. The ref again. I said I was gonna bring him back up again. I don't really even want to talk too much about it, but y'all saw the game, and I mean from the smaller percentage of the match that I saw than you all saw or heard, it was just. I mean, some of the stuff just seemed to be really ridiculous. It really did. I mean, the fact that the coach wanted Gomez to be sent off. And doing this is just But again, that's that mentality, and this is not a knock on him and his players, because whatever he's doing and they're doing there looks to be pretty good. So, but that just do anything at all costs, fight like our life depends on it. That's the kind of performance they had to do, and they did it. I'm glad we didn't come up with any injuries. Hopefully, there's not any lingering knocks, whatever, but most guys after that game will be like any game, but even more so in this game, very much so bruising. Your body will be talking to you in the morning. So, but yeah, all in all, man, just wanted to come on real quick, man. Thanks again, everybody, for being the ones who you know who you are, supporting, coming by, leaving comments, liking the vid or not. Had a couple thumbs down, a couple of videos, but yeah, everything is appreciated and welcomed, good, bad, or ugly, honestly. So. Doesn't bother me one bit to see anything that's negative, because that means at least you're paying attention, So keep it coming, whether it be negative, positive, and I try to do these more. I hope I covered most that I wanted to say. It's every time I get off of these things, I always think about like pages of other stuff that I wanted to say, but I think I got it all out. And again, the main thing is that I'm just happy, and we should just get used to continuing to be spoiled by this team. And know that no matter what time in the game, what's going on, we can find a way to get it right. I expect to win every game now. I just do. And call me crazy. And yeah, I'm talking about the Arsenal thing, the record. I just think we can do it. But anyway, it's an exciting time to be a Red. Hope you guys enjoyed the game. And see you guys sooner than later.